Hi everyone. Today we are going to be going over how to use the Livescore Dressage app for the Maryland horse trials at Lockmoy Farm in Adamstown, Maryland. To start, download the Livescore Dressage app from the App Store or Google Play Store. If you have already downloaded the app, please make sure the app is up to date. Once you have downloaded the app, go ahead and open it. The username we will use is Lockmoy Ring 1 with a capital LMR. The password is Lockmoy Ring 1, all lowercase letters. Once they are entered, go ahead and log in. Here you will see a list of current events. For training purposes, we are going to use Dressage Judge Training. Select that event. Here you will see all the tests listed for training purposes. There are eventing tests as well as dressage tests. To start, select Introductory A Dressage. There is one judge for this test. Select Judge 1. Select the magnifying glass. This is where you will find the riders riding this test. The other way to select the rider is select the T, so the numbers 1, 2, 3 appear. In the search bar, enter the rider's number. This will generate their test. To go back, select the X. In the top left corner, select the 3 lines. Select Back, and continue going back until you are on the list showing all the dressage tests. We are going to do the same thing for the third-level dressage test. Select Judge 1. Now select the magnifying glass to see the riders. Go back to the list of dressage tests, and we will walk through this for one more test. Select Fourth Level Dressage. Select Judge 1, and select the magnifying glass to view riders. Now select Close. Once you have selected the test and the judge that you are scoring for, the system will display the home page, which allows you to enter the next rider. To do that, you simply key in the rider number and click the Enter button, or you can click on the magnifying glass and search for the next rider. The system will automatically bring you into movement number 1, and the white area is where you write. Underneath the white area, you have the scores. So we'll put Nice Entry Square Halt, and we'll give them an 8. From there, click Next. Once you get to the second movement, you will see the previous movement listed above in gray, the current movement listed in red, and the next movement listed at the bottom in gray. So we will write More Bend Needed. Now, if you have made a spelling mistake or just want to change something, click on the Erase button at the top of the screen and erase what you want to change. Click the Erase button again to get your pen back, and continue. Give it a score, and click Next. Comment, then the score, then Next. Or, if the judge prefers, you can give a score, then the comment, then Next. If you have made a mistake and need to clear the entire comment, click Clear and restart your comment. If the rider has an error of movement, simply click on the error button, 1, 2, or 3. If you have selected an error by mistake, select the same error again so it is no longer red. The same goes for scores. If the judge asks for 8 but decides to change it to 7.5, simply select 7.5. The errors 1, 2, and 3 are per movement. So if another movement has an error, you would score that per movement. 3 total errors results in an elimination. You can go back if the judge decides to change something after moving forward. To do that, in the top left-hand corner, select Back and make the necessary changes. Then click Next. You can skip a movement by just selecting Next. Sometimes the judge may want to come back to that movement. Put your comment and score in for the movement and click Next. To go back, you have 2 options. To go back one movement, select the Back button in the top left on the screen, Or you can go back several movements by closing this movement. Do this by selecting the X in the top right corner. Select the movement you need to make a change to, make the change, and close that movement, and then select the movement you were on. For the remainder of movements in this test, input the scores and comments. Once you are on the final movement, give it a score and comment if necessary, and click Next. The system will bring up the collective movements of the test. A lot of judges want to do a preview of the test before they write the collective comments and scores. To do that, click on the menu button in the top left corner and choose Preview. This allows the judge to see all of the scores and all of the comments. The errors and penalties will show up on the left side of the test. They are visible as a yellow bar next to the movement number. The judge can edit something from there by selecting the movement and editing as needed. Once the judge is satisfied with the test, go back to the menu in the top left corner. Select Back. Now they can put in their collective comments and scores. Under each collective mark, select Note. This is where you will comment for each individual collective mark. Click Next. The judge is then given a box where they can sign the test. Select OK. This uploads the test. This also means the test can no longer be changed. To get to the next rider, select the magnifying glass, pick the next rider, and continue with the same process. Comment then score, or score then comment. There is another type of penalty other than error. You can get a penalty for having a whip when a whip is not permitted for that class, or for another error that is non-cumulative and not an error of course. If you have a penalty that is not an error of course, select the penalty button and in the box write the reason for the penalty, and then continue with the test. If something unusual happened, select the menu button in the top left. There are items in the status such as eliminated, if the horse and rider leave the arena, for example, withdrawn or retired. If they get halfway through the test and decide things are going badly, they can retire. You can also scratch them. And if you are not the C judge, you can alert the C judge if you have seen blood, seen lameness, or just want to alert the C judge that you need their attention. We are not going to do any of those right now. We will go back to the home page by going to the menu button and selecting Back. The system will say the test has not been updated. Select OK, which is correct. We don't want to update anything because we have not scored anything. And really, it is a case of rinse and repeat. Once the judge has completed all of the tests, then you will want to have the judge sign off on the class. To do that, select the button that says 1, 2, 3. They will be able to review all the scores for the class and then sign the tests. If you have a situation where the scribe and a judge have their own tablets, you can go through and put in the scores and comments. Before you reach the collectives, there is a button that says Send Scores to Judge. Select that button, and all the scores and comments will be sent to the judge's tablet. They can review them, they can change them, and they can sign the test. Once you've been through the process a few times, it becomes quite easy.